A town that its people never tolerate injustice, Ambo is known by resistance. If any unjust and unfair things happen to the people and the country, Ambo people is the first to protest. But on Wednesday, April 11, 2018, Ambo raised to new history. They have welcomed the new Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, who come to power peacefully in public protest-driven political reform in the country. They have changed their name, which was known by Resistance to Peace. Ambo is the second place in the official visit of the new premier. People of the town and the environs welcome the Prime Minister with horse parade. The youths who are behind the protest that forced the government to take political reform that bring Dr. Abiy Ahmed to power looks happy with the reform and welcome the Prime Minister with various cultural songs. Thousands of people turn out to street and join the premier in Ambo University Stadium. The people welcomed Dr. Abiy Ahmed and his delegation with ear-deafening applause. The program was started by a minute of silence for the martyrs. The elders' prayer and blessing continued according to Oromo culture. President of the Oromia Regional State, Lamma Magasa, said the stage was to celebrate the fruit of a century-long struggle of Oromo people. Today we meet not to make peace or talk about problem. We are here to celebrate success and promote future hopes. Our organization has taken the responsibility to lead the nation and started tangible works. We have come across good and bad times in the past century, but today we have got an opportunity to become Prime Minister of the country through our people's struggle and sacrifice. I would like to express my heartfelt pleasure to deliver a speech on this historical day. I would also like to congratulate Oromo people and all people of the country for election of His Excellency Dr. Abiy Ahmed as chairperson of EPRDF and Prime Minister of Ethiopia is fruit of your struggle. I would like to say to Prime Minister of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, welcome to a historical town, Ambo. I have greater respect for all citizens who have sacrificed their life, faced psychological and physical harm, and lost property to bring this day. History wouldn't forget them. According to Lama, the achieved success is historical lesson for Oromo people. In the history, there is no place or nation that get freedom without struggle. We reached here, passing through many ups and downs as a country and region. We faced many obstacles on the way. However, today we have overcome those obstacles. Struggling on the right path, we have reached here. The success we have achieved in a recent time reminds us our history. Oromo people had beauty and respect when it lives with unity. When it gets divided, it was exposed to problem. The problem we have faced recently and solved it in unity have given us a lesson that we can solve any problem if we get united. The unity has changed our century-long history and brought us to our pride. Still, we have a long way to go. The responsibility we have taken requires us to work hard in unison. Responsibility of leading a nation is not a single person responsibility. responsibility. It is a responsibility that is shouldered on Oromo people and people of the country in general. Therefore, we should work in unison to realize the development, peace, and democratic system building goals. We understand that mobilizing the public on development and peoples of the country, we should also work to ensure sustainable peace and security in our region. We should sustain the success we have achieved through work country. We should also work to ensure sustainable peace and security in our region. We should sustain the success we have achieved through working in unison and repeat it again on ensuring development, peace, and security. I would like to call on especially our youth and scholars, investors, and the wider public to stand in unity than ever. There would no mountain we can't conquer and the stream we couldn't cross if we stand united. We shouldn't forget unity for a second. Lama appreciated the new Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed's capacity to solve social, political, and economic problems of the country and called on people of the country to stand by his side, for one person couldn't bring change alone. Our Prime Minister is a young leader come out of Oromo people. Our people have thanks for producing such a leader. I am confident that he can discharge the responsibility that the public shouldered him. Our Prime Minister, who take the post in the crisis time of our country, can't be a strong leader who can do history only with his effort if we not stand by his side. We should support and work day and night so that he achieve what he has planned. If we did this, he can do history. Vice Prime Minister Demak Mokonnen appreciated culture of peaceful coexistence that Ambo people developed for long years.
Ambo is the land of love and historical, where people live together in coexistence and great respect, holding their differences. Thus, it could be described as exemplary to other areas. We are proud of you and respect you.
Demak, noting that the government is in the reform, called on people of the country to stand by the government to realize the reform.
Nowadays, our country is registering various achievements and results. Though there are some challenges, to fully tackle the challenges, we are exerting efforts in many regards. We are in a new chapter, new step, as well as on a new path. All of us should contribute what we can for the achievement of the intended goal.
Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed, for his part, said Oromo people and the new leadership achieved tremendous success working with strategy. We have got leadership capacity and opportunity to lead our people's struggle to change history of the country to peaceful coexistence and equality. The struggle was strategy. Success is working in unison to bring change rather than complaining about the past. However, our success can be full only if we discharged the responsibility shouldered us by people of the country. Therefore, we should do history, following the footsteps of our forefathers, build stable bridge of transformation through coordinating the struggle of people of our region and the country in general. The transformation and love journey we have started has its own column and brick. Our region Oromia and our country Ethiopia is on a great journey. It should lead by strategy and strict ethics. The current peaceful and democratic power transfer is a result and indicator of this journey because it has recognized the public grievance. The public should sustain its struggle in a peaceful and ethical way. Our people is column of our reform. Our government is a brick of the development, peace, and democratic system we are building. Our unity is secret of our success, he said. Dr. Abiy said, people of the country have good historical and cultural connection and opportunity to take lesson from. Poverty, illiteracy, and backwardness wouldn't be eradicated by good slogan and songs. We can't build good image of our country by effort of individuals and some groups. We have many things if we look back to our history. We have a lot of history that we talk and proud of. We have also lost a lot of opportunities to change our country. However, our history can't be solution for today's problems, but it can be a start point. Therefore, we should build a strong unifying institution, getting rid of bad historical legacies. If not, we can do a history that we can bequeath to the coming generation rather than speaking our past history. Oromo people have developed a democratic system that can respect not only right of human beings but also that of living and non-living things, the Gada system. We can mention law of horse from right of animals and law of order from right of plants as an example. This system, which prohibits injustice and ensures fair wealth distribution, can be lesson and solution for the problems that are facing us today. We should take lesson from our culture and enhance the struggle for people to change and enhance the struggle of people to change our today's world dominated by anti-people attitude and acts. The Premier called on people of the country to develop culture of freely expressing their opinion and tolerate the difference. A key for long journeys, discussion and understanding, the knowledge and the skill that we could use to defeat poverty, backwardness, and lawlessness can be acquired through discussion and understanding, the winning and the fruitful idea too. Therefore, we should develop culture of listening each other. Otherwise, the change journey we have started can't meet its target. We should solve the problem that hinder us, work on our common right and interest in unison. If we unite, we win. It would shorten a time that we minimize our enemy and build a strong government. Love and peaceful coexistence should secret of our success. We should take care to never do what we don't need to be done on us. We should be greater than our enemy and widen our acceptability and recognition. It is great maturity to ensure equal participation of all. One idea can be winner if there is opposing idea. If not, it is like playing the game alone and declaring yourself a winner. This can be considered winning and would have no award. Dr. Abiy said his government would work to ensure women and youth participation in the development and encourage them to be economically independent. We understand that there are many unaddressed questions of women and youth. Even though we have gone a long way to eradicate unemployment, it is not satisfactory. Compared to unemployment rate we have started taking various measures depending on the survey we have conducted. It is unthinkable to ensure sustainable peace and security as well as development without women and youth participation. We would work on this issue than ever besides intensifying the public mobilization works started so far. The Premier stressed a need to ensure education quality and wished a good time for people of the country. Educators and stakeholders at different levels should give special emphasis to education quality. In fact, a new generation in the schools should know that incapacitating oneself and taking part in nation building is heroism. I would like to call on the scholars whom this nation educated to understand that problem of the people is yours and conduct problem-solving researches and contribute your part to your people with your knowledge. Finally, I wish that in recent future, Oromo unity would be strengthened and become example for national consensus and unity of nationalities and peoples of our country. I hope the future would be the time that we implement our plan depending on knowledge and realize our journey. I would like to call on you to change your history and make Ambo a hub of development and prosperity and culture and politics. Our people should know that we have no time, but we should capacitate ourselves with education, analyze things with maturity, and work to never get back and work in unison to change our region, our country, and Africa in general. I am confident confident that our Qeerroo youth can realize this. Peace and prosperity for Oromo people and people of our country. Eternal honor for martyrs. Finally, people of Ambo Town and its environment have provided a gift to the higher government officials. It was horse with all its traditional ornaments. Horse is the highest honor and given only to the hero. Some participants expressed their happiness over the recognition that the higher officials has been given for their long year struggle.
Bu'a lammii keenya, bu'a ijoollee qeerroo keenya, bu'a jaarsolii keenya ta'uu isaati fi
This is result of our Qeerroo youth elders and other section of the community struggle. Especially our leaders don't have a culture of visiting their people after election. Therefore, this one is historical. I'm glad to see this, he said.
Bara shantami saddeti jalqabee qeerroon.
Since 1958, our Qeerroo or youth is struggling and paying sacrifice in life and prison. Today we have seen fruit of that struggle. It's great thing, he said. Many Qeerroo or youth have been tortured, imprisoned and dead to bring this day. I am happy to see this, she said. They said the new leadership would solve the problems that take them to the street to protest. The notion of I know for you should be eradicated. The leaders should discuss with public because the public have also a solution. The reform started on the high level should be reached the lower level, he said. They have also voted to stand by the new leadership. We should listen each other and work in unison. We should also stand by the side of the new leadership so that they bring about the intended change, he said. They should lead us to the right track and we should follow their footsteps and eradicate the problems that would hinder them, he said.